Hey guys, Bella here. Welcome to week 3 of my 30-day sobriety challenge. I am participating in the Sober Experiment, and I am doing this 30-day challenge to take a look at the way that alcohol affects my life and to possibly even quit drinking alcohol forever. So I just wanted to get started. If you haven't watched my other videos, I have a video on week 1 and week 2, so we can check those out. And I kind of go through how it feels the first couple of days and things I'm doing each day to combat the cravings and the social pressure to drink alcohol. Today's been a really great day. This is the first day of week 3. I've had a productive morning. I did my morning reading. I actually did some stuff that I needed to do around the house, and then I went to the courthouse and filed my homestead exemption so I don't have to pay as much taxes on my property. And then I actually went and played pool for about 2 hours, and then I went and got these puppies. I got these nails for the beach. I'm going to the beach in a couple of weeks. Hopefully they'll last for 2 weeks. I actually did that, and then I have sushi, and my best friend is coming over, and we're going to eat sushi and then work out. So as you can see, this kind of day is really ideal for me because I enjoy doing lots of things in a day, and being really tired at the end of the day is kind of a great way to just not overthink and not have a lot of downtime. So I kind of like to have my day pretty scheduled out. Tomorrow I have to go to the dentist, and then I have other things planned for later on in the week. So that is kind of one thing that I've noticed is the times where I don't have anything to do is when my monkey mind takes over and starts telling me that, oh, it would be fun if you could drink again, or, you know, you could go down to the bar and have a couple drinks. But I sort of know at this point what the outcome is with that because I've done it so many times that it's not any new information. I'm not going to meet any new cool people. I'm not going to have any life revelations or anything that's really going to change. I'm just going to consume alcohol, excess calories, spend money, act stupid, say stupid things, and then I'm probably going to go home, pass out, feel poorly the next day, and really honestly just kind of regret it and not really feel any better afterwards. A lot of the books that I'm reading says that when you drink to cope with stress and anxiety, all the drinking really does is it lets you push that stress and anxiety further down the road, but it doesn't go away. You still have to deal with your life and your problems. So one thing that I'm doing is trying to take more time out for me. I'm trying to be nicer to myself, which is really hard. I know a lot of people who are high functioning alcoholics are really like just driven people and ambitious people, and so I think that is kind of, I don't know, that's kind of the road that I find myself on sometimes, is being really hard on myself and just having these kind of unrealistic expectations. So I'm trying to be more mindful of that. But with that being said, I gotta eat this sushi. Hopefully the rest of the week will go smoothly, but this is day 1. I'll catch you guys soon. Hello, it's day 16. I am doing really well. My mood is good today. I have had a productive day. I went to the dentist, got my teeth cleaned, went to 3 thrift stores, went and met my best friend, and we played pool for about 2 hours, and now I'm about to work out. So overall, it was a really great day. I think that the biggest thing I was sort of aware of today with not drinking was how some of the friends that I used to drink with are kind of like still in the same place in their life. Like they haven't grown or anything. Not to say that I'm like some super successful person, but I'm just saying like the people who have spent so much time at the bar instead of like developing their skills or studying or going back to school or things like that, you know, you kind of become stagnant when you drink all the time. And I think that that's something that I've managed to avoid, luckily, but I definitely could have gone down that road. Another thing, I was talking to a friend of mine today who I used to drink a lot with, and they said that a lot of the relationships that they had been in, they would not have been in if they were sober. And that just hit me like a ton of bricks, because I was like, how many people have I dated that I probably would have never even like given a second look or given a second chance, or, you know, really even been that attracted to if I wasn't drunk. So that was like eye-opening for sure. And it also was kind of same to say that I'm not really attracted to people who are super drunk. Like it's kind of a turn off when you're not drinking, and all the things that drunk people say that they think are funny are not really funny to sober people. They're just funny to other drunk people. And that's one of the things that I've been reading over and over again, because all of these sobriety books have the same basic themes that basically alcohol is not as fun as we think it is. It's just, you know, we seem to believe it's more of a magic cure to everything, when really it's just a way to put your problems off further down the road, and it really doesn't even help your anxiety. So sorry I'm bouncing around a lot. I got the camera set up on my mantle over my fireplace, so the angle is really weird, but I'm about to work out, so I didn't really want to set it all up. You can see Ollie on the couch and Odie on the chair. Odie, say hello. Ollie. Oh, there he goes. But anyways, yeah, today was good. Today was really good. I think my mood was better today than it's been in a long time, and I don't know what I really credit that to, honestly. Just, I don't know, living in the moment, I guess, gratitude, just kind of like living my life the way that I see fit, not being judgy. I don't like for people to be judgy. I like people who just kind of do their own thing and encourage others, and that's what I want this to be, because honestly, like, being sober forever is probably not going to happen for me. Like, I just don't see it. And I hate to say that, but the point of the alcohol experiment anyways is to become mindful and aware of how you drink and how you process alcohol and how alcohol affects your everyday life. So, I mean, I'm doing all of those things, and we'll have to reassess when we get to 30 days. But right now we're on day 16, and I'm feeling better than I have in a long time. So I'm probably going to keep this going, and I just wanted to make a quick update for you guys. I'll catch you tomorrow.
Hey guys, it's day 17. I just wanted to tell you about this dream that I had because it's really weird and I don't want to forget it. So last night I dreamed that I was on a tour in Europe with my mom, going through these places where we could drink beer, and I dreamed that I wasn't drinking up until a certain point, and then I decided to take a drink, and they brought out the beer, and it was in this little cup, like a sample size. I took a drink of it and I slammed it down and I said, there's not enough alcohol in this. And then I woke up and I was like, I really thought I had drank. So this is the second time that I've had a dream like that, where I dreamed that I messed up my sobriety challenge. So I just thought that was kind of interesting, the things that the brain does. And for people who don't realize, the brain has a lot of subconscious stuff going on that we're not really aware of. And I think that's why it's really important that we try to align our subconscious with our conscious, because a lot of the stuff that's stuck in there we don't realize is in there, and we have to kind of do some reprogramming and things to get it out of there. So I just wanted to start with this today, and I will be back with another update because it's only the beginning of day 17. I'm feeling really good this morning. I'm doing my morning reading and everything is off to a good start.
Okay guys, I'm sorry to keep going on this subject, but I'm reading this book, Alcohol Lied to Me, and I just told you that I had a dream about drinking, and then I get to this page today and it says, during the kick you may experience a few strange sensations. It is highly likely that you will dream about drinking alcohol. This is not because you want to drink, but rather a reflection of what is your top priority list at the moment. You are addressing alcohol as a problem in your life, and so your dreams are built around your current focus. This is why after watching a movie you can sometimes dream a similar plot line to what you have just seen, but with yourself you're playing the role of the protagonist. And he goes on to kind of talk about why you dream about drinking. I just thought that was really interesting, that on the day that I read this book, that was the passage that I was meant to read. So that's kind of interesting, but I'm feeling a little bit better about that now.
Hey everyone, it's day 18. I wanted to take a little time in today's vlog to tell you about my morning routine and some of the things that I do to help me get through the days. This is not necessarily alcohol related. It's just something that I've been doing for a couple years now and really perfected in the last year or so, which is a morning of sort of like meditation, calm, mindfulness, reading, journaling, thinking, all the things that I do to put me in touch with myself, because as the day goes on and we get busy, we sort of lose touch with that. And I feel like the clarity and focus is the best in the morning, and that's why I choose to do all of this stuff in the morning. So in the morning I wake up, fix me a bit of coffee, make a big thing of water to drink, and I read for at least 15 minutes. I set a timer on my phone to read for 15 minutes, and then I will, depending on the day, I will journal. I don't journal every single day, but lately journaling about the feeling of not drinking and the feeling that how I was feeling back when I was drinking has really been helpful in this process, and the reading has been helpful. I am reading this daily book, The Alcohol Experiment, so you're supposed to read it every day, and it's really only a 5 to 7 minute read every morning. Usually she talks about some kind of concept as it relates to alcohol, like sugar cravings, depression, having fun when you're sober, dealing with discomfort, relaxation, the power of self-talk, alcohol and anger, alcohol and sadness. So it's a really good read as far as like if you're just starting your sober journey or you want to do a 30-day challenge. This is a really, really good read. Along with that, I just finished reading some other sobriety books, and I'm about to start this book with Russell Brand called Recovery. We're gonna see how it goes. It kind of got mixed reviews. I think he comes off a little brash to some people, but I really have always enjoyed his speaking, and I've always thought he was really funny. So I am gonna see how it goes. Yesterday was pretty good. It was a little tough. I want to say in the evening time I got a little bit down. Actually kind of like didn't want to drink, but I wanted to do something, and I wound up going to like Chick-fil-A because I was like, I need to do something bad, but I don't want to drink. So I went to Chick-fil-A, but I still logged all my calories. But like, I don't know, just in the past, that feeling would have led me to the bar, and the fact that it didn't was so helpful, because even though I went over my calories, I didn't go drinking all night long and then wake up with a hangover. So I'm really thankful for that. And today, I don't really have any big plans. I'm probably going to work on listing some things on eBay today just to kind of do something and stay busy. And yeah, overall, I'm just taking it each day, and I'm feeling much better. That's the biggest thing. I've lost like, I think 2.5 pounds in the 18 days that I stopped drinking. I feel like my mood is better, my face is clearer, and I just feel better overall. There are some kinks to work out as far as social situations go, and I feel like that will come with time. However, right now I think it's going pretty smoothly, and nobody has really asked about my drinking, so I feel thankful for that. I wasn't really super close with any drinking buddies. It was just kind of people that you know, not really people that you're friends with. So I think that has helped me tremendously to separate that part of my life from this part of my life. And also, I need you to see this George Strait shirt that I found at, and Martina McBride. I found this at McKay's in Nashville, but I had to grab this. It was like $2. This is my favorite sleep shirt. Anyways, yeah, so that's probably it for now. I will come back to you with an update soon, but for now we're on week 3, day 18. So we will just keep this train rolling and see how each day goes. Hey guys, it's day 19, sober, aka day 5 of week 3. So I'm almost finished with week 3 in my sober experiment, and I have a few observations, and I'll kind of talk about what I did today. I went furniture shopping with a friend, and we walked, I took a nap, I cleaned my house, and I did a little bit of organizing. And it's Friday night, and it's very quiet, and there's nothing to do, so I'm having to make up things to do. I actually listened to some lo-fi radio on YouTube and wrote both of my parents a letter. Neither one of my parents live close to me, so I've been able to keep up with them through the mail a little easier and a little more, I guess, heartfelt. I'm not good at saying things, so I tend to write my parents a letter whenever I just want to reach out to them sometimes. So I did that, and that took up a little bit of time and sort of also helped me get, you know, some of my words out to say what I've been up to and what I've been doing. This morning I started reading this book with Russell Brand called Recovery. So far it's all right. I think the writing is kind of annoying. He's really pretentious, which I think is kind of his thing. But it's kind of interesting, the stuff that he says. He has a way of looking at AA through a secular lens, which is meaning basically non-religious. And I found that kind of interesting because I'm not a big fan of the way that AA has a huge religious component, and I think that this book is kind of interesting so far. So I think I'm about 20% of the way finished with it, so I'm going to give it a shot and see how it goes. The real test of my sobriety, I think, is nights like this, nights where in the past I could not take it. I couldn't stay sober for a night like this because it's so quiet, so long, I'm alone. It's easier to go out and meet people and go out and have a few drinks, but I think that this kind of solitude is really kind of like almost like Thoreau going out into the woods. Like, this kind of solitude is good for the soul and good for introspection, and it's really important that I take this time out for myself. although it kind of is challenging because you start to think about things a lot. But overall, I'm still feeling pretty good. It's just one of those nights where I think about the role that alcohol has played in my life and how it would be playing that same tape again if I was going out to do that tonight or repeating those patterns tonight. As for what I'm doing tonight for the rest of the night, I was going to drive for Lyft and Uber. It's like 9:30, but I don't even really feel like dealing with that right now and dealing with all those people. So I think I'm honestly just going to watch ER and lay in my bed and just like take a little time out for me. I started watching the ER from, I think the first season is on Hulu, so that's been kind of funny because I always grew up watching Grey's Anatomy, so now I'm watching this show that actually came out the year I was born, which was 1994, so that's kind of interesting. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep going. Tomorrow will be day 20, so that's something to be celebrated, and I'm really honestly just trying to take it one day at a time, one moment at a time, and I don't want to wish this day away. I want to keep being present. I don't want to keep waiting for tomorrow, because when you wait for tomorrow, you're always kind of waiting for the future to happen when you're kind of missing the present. So I want to try to stay present and stay mindful. And I think a lot of my reading really keeps me grounded because I have a lot of mindfulness stuff that I read and a lot of gratitude stuff, and I try to practice what I preach, so I think that that's really helping. But yeah, I don't mean to ramble. I just wanted to say tonight is one of those nights for sure where it's not necessarily easy, but again, I don't really want to drink alcohol. I'm not really thinking, it's not the alcohol, it's the way that alcohol could make me feel or could possibly transport me out of this current situation into one where it's not as uncomfortable. So I think that's a huge insight, is to just know that, the alcohol is not really what I'm craving. Maybe I'm craving the social interaction. Maybe I'm craving the community. Maybe I'm craving other people. Maybe I'm craving things of, communication. So I think that that's kind of important to think about, is what drives you to want to drink, and what are you trying to get away from? What is bothering you? What are you running from? And so that is my question for the day. And yeah, I'll just keep going along, and I will catch you guys in the next update. Hey guys, what's up? It's day 20. I have had a pretty chill day. I just went and walked for a little while, and I walked earlier today, and I went to Academy Sports, and yeah, I've just been chilling at the house most of the day. It's been a pretty chill day. I did do something kind of interesting that I wanted to tell you about. So I am reading Russell Brand's book about the 12 steps that he puts into his own words, and one of the chapters, chapter 4, is about step 4, which is your personal moral inventory, resentments and fears and things of that nature. And I thought, well, that's kind of cool because I'm really into journaling, and I thought, well, this is something I can put into my journal. So I started to take a look at it, and it was actually really overwhelming, but I decided to just not worry too much about the process and not get caught up in it and just sit down and do it. And it really wasn't that big of a deal. So it just asks you to say, I resent blank because blank, this affects my blank, and then my part in it. So it gives you a couple of different things to look at. You can see that it can affect your pride, self-esteem, personal relations, sexual relations, ambition, security, and finances. And then he also has a section about your part in it, which would be mistakes, selfish, dishonest, self-seeking, afraid, blame, fault, wrong. And yeah, I just kind of thought it was sort of interesting to see. I actually don't have very many resentments. I was kind of surprised because I'm kind of salty sometimes, but I didn't really have any resentments that really came to mind. A lot of mine are just childhood stuff that happened to me, and also some relationships, but mostly they were familial relationships, not really romantic relationships. So it was a lot of family stuff in there. I was kind of, it was kind of interesting to see that, and I have mostly had issues with the same people throughout my life, so I didn't have new ones that came about later on in life. It was mostly just old ones, so I found that to be pretty interesting. And yeah, I thought that step was kind of cool. I think that it's a really good for us to kind of see what our patterns are and how we relate to the world and the kind of things that have happened to us, how they've shaped us. So it was sort of interesting to see. Now, I don't know if that was something that all programs do the same, or something like if AA makes you do it a certain way, but I just did it the way that it was done in this book. So yeah, I didn't even really have a lot of like feelings, I guess. I don't really have a lot of resentment anyways. A lot of my reason for drinking is honestly just boredom and habit and just me. So it's a lot of stuff, the stress that I put on myself. So I've been trying to figure out like what makes me tick and what makes me want to do that kind of stuff. So I think, overall I'm doing pretty well. I think this was a good activity for the day because it helped me see some things that I might not have seen otherwise. But overall, I'm in a good mood. I've worked out already twice. I've walked basically twice a day. I walk for 30 minutes in the morning and then 30 minutes in the evening. And my friend's about to come over and we're going to do like a HIIT workout. So that's my plan for Saturday night, guys. I don't have a lot going on. I am traveling tomorrow to the Huntsville Botanical Gardens, so I'm kind of excited about that. So I gotta get to bed early and get well rested for that, because I'm sure I will be walking around for a long time tomorrow. And it's just nice to know that I'm gonna wake up sober again. I did have another dream that I drank. So I almost forgot. Last night I dreamed I was on a date with someone, and they were ordering beers, and they ordered me one because they ordered themselves one, and I drank it. And then I woke up and I was like, why did you do that? And then I realized I hadn't drank. So that is the third time in the 20 days that I've been sober that I dreamed that I took a drink. So really interesting, weird stuff that goes on in your subconscious mind. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. I will get back with you tomorrow for another update. Hey guys, it's actually day 22. I didn't record yesterday on day 21 because I was out of town. I traveled to the Botanical Gardens in Huntsville and had a really fun day, and just did not have time to record because Huntsville's like an hour and 15 minutes away from me, and then an hour and 15 back. And honestly, I'm just not even gonna lie, whenever I got home, I just crashed because I was so tired from walking for so long. But anyways, yeah, the 3 weeks was a success so far. So today is actually day 22 of my 30-day experiment, and I'm drinking out of my Manifest That Shit mug because I feel like I need that energy right now. These 3 weeks have been really eye-opening for me, and I hope that I can continue into the 4th week. I am really trying to stay mindful and just stay aware and try not to get pulled back into some of my old patterns as I deal with things and try to learn about myself a little bit. But I really appreciate you guys watching the vlog. It's a lot of vulnerability for me to share these parts of my life with YouTube, and I think it's beneficial, but sometimes it's a little bit hard to log on and tell you guys everything that's going on. I am starting week 4 today, so guys, just keep me in your thoughts and prayers or whatever you do, and I will catch you soon.